This is Trinity, and she's one of my friends, and I'm going to teach her how to write in lowercase cursive. And why do you want to learn this?
Well, I'm an elementary ed major. I never really learned, so I think it's an important skill to have. And then also, a lot of my professors write in cursive, so probably need to learn.
Okay, so I have here printed all letters of the alphabet, and we're going to go through each of them and see if which ones you know and which ones you need help with. So how do you think you write a cursive A? Okay. And why do you think that's how you write it?
Well, A is a very common letter. It's a vowel, so I see it all the time, so I just guessed.
Okay, it is correct. So we're going to move on to B. So for B, how do you think you write the letter B? Okay, that's, why do you think that's right?
Well, I've also seen, my theater professor this semester writes more cursive, so I've seen it more often.
Okay.
And I had trouble with that letter, like reading it, so
Yeah. So do you think that the B looks similar to the print?
I mean, yeah, kind of.
Yeah, so I'm going to write a word, and you're going to tell me which letter you think
Okay.
B is. Okay, which letter do you think B is?
This one.
Okay, so do you see the difference between this B and the B you wrote?
Yeah.
Yeah? So
Yeah.
do you want to see if you can write the B
Yeah.
again?
I'll try. No.
Here, do it. Okay, now why do you think this is right?
Well, I just can't draw this, but that looks more similar, so.
Yeah, so it looks similar to this?
Yeah.
Okay, so, can we move on? Okay, so now we're gonna go to letter C. Okay, so how do you think a C looks?
Oh, that's a good question. Oh.
Well, a C is pretty similar to an A
Okay.
in how you would base it off of the print. So how would you think a C would look?
Isn't it? Oh, this is gonna be wrong. That's so bad. No.
Do you want to try it again?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
There's supposed to be a line out here somewhere.
Yes, you're right. So when I meant A is close to C, is the A is very close, but there's a line in front.
Right.
So with the C, you're gonna find the same thing where there's a line in front of the C as well.
You're right.
So do you want to try it again with the line in front?
Yeah. Interesting. Very interesting. That's not, no, whatever.
That's, yes.
Is that really right?
Yes, because you see the line in front of the A,
Yeah.
and you're gonna have a line in front of the C.
Okay.
So does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So moving on to D, how do you think a D looks? And it's very similar to A and C and how you would make it.
I don't know if I can do it backwards.
Okay. Okay. Why do you think this is correct?
Well, I want to do. I don't know. That just looks like if it was in a word, it would be right.
Yeah. Okay. So this is correct,
Okay.
but I just want to make sure. I'm gonna write out a word again, and I'm gonna see if you can find it. So I'm gonna.
I feel like that's just really messy.
Okay.
It's in the middle.
It's in the middle. So do you see how yours looks similar to this?
Right. Yeah.
So do you want to try writing it again? Just-
Yeah. Oh wow.
Yeah. That's a cursive D. Okay. So let's move on to E. So how do you think you write a E? Okay. Why do you think this E is correct? Do you notice a pattern with?
Well, I mean, it has like if you were writing it in a sentence, like it would just be like it would just flow.
Yeah.
That's-
So a pattern would be that there is this like
Right.
beginning mark for all the letters. So that. Okay. So let's move on to F. How do you think you write F?
Good question.
Okay. It's okay if you don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. So I'm gonna write a word with the letter F in it.
Okay.
Okay, where do you think the F is?
Well, it's the first one.
Yes. Okay, now, an F is different because they don't quite look the same in print as in
Yeah.
cursive. But if you saw this, do you think you would be able to write an F?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
No. That's close.
That's close. So now that you saw this, I'm going to go through the process of writing an F and see if you can do it as well. You're right, you're just flipping how you write it at the end. So when you write an F, you're going to go up. So it's like, oh, I did it. I did it like you did it. The both need to be in the front.
Okay.
Okay. Do you want to hear?
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. Now we'll move on to G.
Okay.
Now how do you think you write a G?
It's like.
Okay. So do you notice how anything that's similar between the G
Well, it has a
and some
beginning mark.
others? Yes.
Right. And then it also has an end mark, like where it would go to the next letter.
Yes. Okay. So that's important to remember when you write in cursive because you know you have to connect the letters. So
Right.
that's perfect. Okay. How do you think you write H? Perfect. How about an I? All right. J? Okay, that's pretty close. But what do you remember about the other cursive letters?
It has kind of a beginning mark.
Yes. So now how do you think you write the J?
No. Absolutely not. That's an S.
Okay, so I'm gonna write a letter with the word J in it.
Right.
So
So it's just okay. So it's like this.
there you go. So do you see how?
Yeah.
Okay. So do you notice how it's different than what you drew before?
Well, it just has this. I couldn't figure out where to put this.
Okay,
So.
perfect. Now how do you think you write a K?
That's
Yes, you did
close.
it.
Okay.
Perfect, okay. How about an L? Okay, M. An N.
That's so bad.
So, what do you think is the difference between an M and an N in cursive?
I don't know because it doesn't. And N has two like.
Two, like,
Yeah.
okay.
Because I have an N in my
And then
name.
what does an N have? Compared to an M? Like an M has two, as you said, like two.
So an N has one.
Yes. So when you write an M in cursive, which you did properly, so how do you think an N would look then, if it only has one?
With just one.
Yeah,
Okay.
perfect.
Why did? Okay. Whatever. It's
What?
beside the point.
What's the question?
I always thought an N was like this. I feel like someone in second, like, we did like a letter a day in second grade, and I know my teacher said an N was like this.
No, this would be an N because you see how it has the
No,
beginning
that
mark?
makes a lot more
Yeah.
sense.
Okay, how do you think you write a O?
No. That's
Okay.
an L.
That's close. So, here.
It's something like that.
Okay. That is pretty close because what do you notice you're doing the same as the other letters?
Well, there's the beginning and end.
Yes. So when you write an O, I'm going to write a word with O in it. So, do you you're close. Here, I'm going to write an O, and then I'm going to see if you can mirror it.
Okay.
There you go. Okay.
Perfect.
So how do you think you write a P? Okay. So what do you need to remember when you write in cursive?
There has to be an N.
Yes. So for a P, you're very close because
Right.
what do you notice
There's
about
a
your letter?
beginning.
Yes. Okay. So
Okay, so it's just like.
Yeah, you had it, you were close.
Right.
You just needed that ending mark.
Okay.
So, there you go. Okay, what do you think a Q is?
I feel like it's gonna be tricky.
Okay, that is close.
Okay.
So what do you, what do you notice is the same about the other letters?
Beginning and end.
Yeah. So in a Q, see how the print, how we write a print Q, you have something
Right.
coming in the top. So you would probably mirror that with the cursive. So knowing that there's this mark in a Q, do you think you may be able to do you want to try the cursive again?
Yeah.
Okay. That's close. So I'm going to write a word with
Okay.
Q.
Okay.
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 Where do you see the letter?
Right here.
Okay. So do you want to try again with
Yeah.
the... Okay, perfect. Oh, can you write it again for me? I'm sorry.
Okay.
And then, what do you remember about cursive letters at the end? Perfect. Okay. How do you think you write a R? Mm-hmm. How about an S?
Is that capital?
No, that's lowercase. And then a T. So a T is close. What do you, wait, hold on, before you erase that, what do you notice about your T that made me wrong?
This.
Yeah, why do you think that's wrong?
Because it looks like an F.
It looks like an F. And what do you notice about where your beginning mark is?
It's at the top.
And why might that be a problem?
Because you may not always be at the top.
Exactly.
So,
So you want to try the T again?
no, that's not right.
So I'm going to write a word with a T in it.
Right.
There you go. Okay. Now how about you? V. Now what do you think is different between U and V in cursive? There you go. Now why would that be right?
Because if not, it looks like a U. Like if this is rounded, they look the same.
Exactly. Okay. W. Perfect. X. Y. Now, yeah, what did you forget to put before the Y?
The beginning.
There you go. And then Z. Okay. Now a Z. Why do you think this is right?
Well, because I don't know, so I
You
just
don't
guessed.
know. Okay. So what do we know about cursive letters when
Beginning and
after
end.
doing this? So there's beginning and an end. So a Z is hard, so I'm going to write a word with Z and see
Okay.
if you can identify which letter it is. So which letters do you
Both
think?
of these.
Perfect. Okay. Now, what do you notice about a Z that may be the same as print?
Well, there's like this section.
So that's kind of,
Yeah.
why do you think that's similar to
Well,
print?
it kind of looks like a Z. Like,
Yeah, I understand. Yeah. So now that you see this, do you think you
Okay.
can write a Z
Yeah.
isolated? Okay, you're close. So I'm gonna have you. I'm gonna write a Z so
Okay.
you can see. Okay. You're close. I'm gonna have you do it one more time, but when you write your Z, it's important to have the two more prominent. So before you make your end mark, like we've been doing in all the rest, you wanna make sure, I'm gonna do it again. It's hard to write without, but you're really close. Just make sure this is rounded.
Okay.
I got you.
Like that?
Well, and then you wanna, what about the Z?
Oh, okay. So like.
I'm gonna write it one more word with
Okay.
Z in it.
Okay.
So do you see how it's, what does this kind of look like to you?
A 3.
Exactly, so, there you go.
Perfect.
All right. You can
That's
stop it.
the alphabet.
I have some words on the board and I'm gonna have you write the word in cursive below it. So start with the first word.
Make sure to know where I start.
what did you make sure to do at the end of?
There's an endpoint, so like if I have another word.
Perfect. Okay, so next word.
I don't know how to do that. That was bad.
That is how you do it in cursive, though.
It's right. Is
What
that
do you think was bad about
the
it?
C? So the C would
Okay.
be considered right?
The C would be right
Okay.
because do you remember how to do a cursive C?
Yes.
Isolated. Do you want
Yes.
to write it right now? Okay. You don't. Well, what might be wrong with this?
This, it looks like a G.
Yeah.
So just not, so would it come down? Or would you just not do that?
You wouldn't do that because what do you notice about the letter C already?
Well, it already has an endpoint.
Yeah. So you wouldn't need an extra end.
Okay.
Okay. So now small.
Is that S? Like, that looks like an L to me.
Okay. So what do you think looks wrong about the S?
This.
Okay.
I feel like it should be more like, well, that looks like it too.
Okay. Which one do you think looks better?
This one.
Okay. Why do you think that this S looks better?
It looks more like an S and not an L.
Do you notice a difference between these two?
Well, this is more like curved, I guess.
Do you notice anything about the top of the letter?
It's pointed.
Yeah, compared to,
Okay.
so an S would be more pointed at the top.
Okay.
Do you want to write the word small one more time? All right, perfect. And what do you notice about the beginning and end of your word?
Endpoints and beginning points.
Perfect. Okay, now zebra.
Busy. So it goes like, is that an F or a Z?
What do you think it is?
An F.
Yes. So, what do you remember about the letter Z in cursive?
Oh, it looks like a 3.
Mm-hmm.
And that's,
Okay, you're close. What do you think might be wrong with this letter?
all of it. This.
Well, okay. What do you notice about this point right here?
It just fell apart.
Well, do you notice what it looks like?
A 3.
So do you think you were closer here?
Yeah.
Yeah, so where do you think might be the problem area?
The whole thing.
Okay, so when you write a cursive Z, as you remember, there's a 3. It looks like a 3.
Right.
And what is always at the beginning of a word?
This.
A start.
Start point.
So you're going to do your 3,
Okay.
and then I notice it's at the end where you're struggling to find the end point, so you're going to come down and then go up.
Oh, that way.
Yeah, so you're going to go the opposite
Like-
way. There you go.
That needs to be more like.
Okay. What do you think this is right?
No.
What do you think is wrong?
All of it. Like this,
It's only one letter that isn't accurate in this.
the Z.
No, the Z is correct.
The B.
Now, what do you think's wrong with this B?
Because a B doesn't look like that. It's like,
Do you remember what a B looks like?
it's like, no.
Perfect.
Like that?
Yes.
So it would be like,
There you go. All right. Now, you can stop the video again. I can cut it. Okay, so I have a sentence on the board, and I want you to write it in lowercase cursive, so an I wouldn't need to be capitalized in this case because we're working on lowercase. So you want to go ahead?
yeah.
All right. Now, do you feel like this is all accurate?
I feel like this is wrong.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay, and you're right. You
Okay.
did all this properly. What do you notice about your words when you're writing them?
They go very crooked.
Well, no, not that. Like, what do you notice about the beginning and the
Well,
end of a word?
They all have a beginning and an end.
Perfect. Okay. So, you struggled here. What letter did you struggle on?
P.
Okay. Why did you struggle on
I
that?
started the wrong, like, I started the wrong way.
Okay.
Like, I started going like this.
So, okay, so you noticed you went the wrong way.
Yeah.
Do you want to try to write the word pen again?
See, I did it. That's not right though.
Okay, so what do you know about the beginning of letters?
It has a start point.
Okay, so you're going to start with your start point.
Okay.
And a P is going to look very similar to a print P.
Right.
So it's just,
Okay.
okay, so do you want to write the word pen again?
Yeah.
Okay, what do you notice about this?
This whole situation is wrong.
So what do you think you need to do to this P in terms of where it is?
It needs to be smaller, right?
And what, it probably needs to be lower to the rest of
Right.
the words?
Yeah.
Okay, so do you want to try one more time?
Yeah.
Okay. So I noticed you like to bring the letters down from the
Right.
top of the P. When you write on like a lined page, so pretend this is a line on the page, write the word pen for me. There you go. So what do you notice about this word compared to this?
All the letters are like even.
Okay, so that's what you want to remember when you're in cursive, that your letters should be even across. So I'm going to have you write one more simple sentence,
Okay.
and I want you to write, the cat was in the hat.
Okay.
Okay. Oh yeah, that was perfect.
Perfect.
So, what do you notice about all your words?
So I have a start point and an end point.
Perfect. And is there any words you think are incorrect?
I don't think so.
Okay, you did it perfectly. Good job. Training knows cursive.
Oh
Ha!
Gotcha.